get the Alistar here for DY? Is it a massive risk? I think it's not. They think it's not. They ban the Varus instead.
And Varus has been showing big signs of life in the hands of Demon Kite. So, as expected for J-Team, huge respects onto the ADC of NGX. However, Gragas will be prioritized by NGX. But on the other hand, J-Team hovers onto Jace.
Are they gonna try out the similar composition of NGX that they had in game number 1? Looks like it's not gonna be the case. Alistar gets hovered instead. They can just lock this in and then maybe go for... Actually, the Jace will be a good pick if ever for them, since Ziggs has been taken out, Ashe as well has been taken out, unless they want to go on something like a Lucian or Corki. This champion is gonna be okay as well.
Deny coming in from NGX with Gragas leaves the Alistar open, left for J-Team. Jace to follow through. However, NGX is gonna bring up the Yone and the Corki onto game number 4.
I stayed silent until we see it being locked in, because we see it not being banned away by J-Team, and it's just perfect way for now Nigma Galaxy to take it. The MVP performance of Justy that they had against J-Team yesterday is going to be channeled once more. Looks like J-Team is going to ditch the Aatrox and pick up the Kai'Sa instead. Double pokes initiated right now by J-Team, looking to be very scary.
Yeah, and it is expected that J-Team wants to get that Kai'Sa for them, as this is what they have used such consistently in the past. And Kai'Sa is really strong at the moment with a lot of pokes and capability to survive with Killer Instinct. Now the question is, what will the bans look like? Because at the moment, NGX still has the top lane open. What would Hyde pick up? Riven is still up.
Is there gonna be a ban on the Riven? Because if J-Team focuses on Baron lane with the Garen being taken away already and they remove the Riven, they can be the one to pick up something like a Renekton here for Dawn 128 and force NGX to go with triple scaling champions of Yone, Corki, and the Jax. Well, the Jax has been taken away, so that's a lot more lesser options actually for Hyde to actually pick up, unless he picks up a Gwen, which is going to be very difficult as well. This looks to be more complicated than we assumed.
Yeah, that could be. I mean, Fiora is still open. Renekton, Wukong, Gwen, these champions are strong. But what champion are you most comfortable with, Hyde? That is the biggest thing. That is the biggest aspect. But at the moment, NGX bans away Lee Sin, bans away Akali, removes this early game picks away from J-Team.
This is gonna force J-Team to pick up a different route for their jungler, 0711. Though the Olaf is still up. Renekton, as we anticipated, has been picked up already here for Dawn 128. This shows that they are really banking on early game pressure against NGX. But Vi, wow, this is going to be quite interesting. So it's the Yone going on a lane instead. Vi, it's a jungle, and they still pick up the Riven.
This is going to be a jungle support rotation consistently around the map. Corgi goes on mid, Riven could go somewhere else, Vi could also go into the jungle if they want to go for it, or could stay on a lane, but preferably on a jungle. This could be the jungle support roam. And this could definitely be the statement of aggression that NGX need. However, J-Team answers with an Olaf, denying the CC potential that NGX has.
Again, this is still a toned down Yone. So we did still see the MVP performance of Justy during their match against J-Team. But you have to always consider that factor into this matchup right now again against J-Team, as they are match point in this series, potentially being the one to face Keep Best Gaming tomorrow in a best of 7. This is ultimate aggression that NGX has invested fully into this game. The Vi, the Riven, the Yone, even the Corki and the Gragas are going to be going in later on, especially when the package is available.
Such a scary moment for NGX. However, a lot of pressure for J Team as well to win this game to secure the grand finals. It is game number 4, match point for J Team. 1 game away to take the grand final spot. Can NGX make the miracle happen? Can they do the unthinkable? We will find out as we jump into the rift.
Initial analysis of us would imply that NGX, even if they have early game champions, would still need to be very careful of 1, Don 128, 2, DY, and also, of course, Pan on the Jace, because this is basically still a Baron lane champ that they can just use on any single lane here against Nigma Galaxy. It's so hard to deal with that on isolated scenarios, and J Team, given that they have this kind of composition, is just looking to be very confident invading against Just Chi.
Yeah, it's more than confident. I mean, they are splitting up into this jungle invade. DY denying the wolves away from Just Chi is such a detriment to him when it comes to their early game farm. But J Team is ready to go. They really want to take that final spot already, win this game number 4. But it's not over until it's over. NGX still has that opportunity to make it back.
Don is here to protect the blue buff, or at least interrupt the invade here by Just Chi and Draw, and he is going to be successful with it, especially with the
Here we
Jace.
go. Demon Kite, Valkyrie, closing the gap, forcing out the flash onto Don 128. Demon Kite flashes as well, hoping to get the kill onto Don 128, but the 4-man roll from J Team turns things around and gets the first blood instead.
Gets too greedy here for the Corki, and Demon Kite falls down. First blood by J Team, and also the denial of the invade there by Just Chi is a buy one take one factor here by J Team.
And that is such a huge dent onto NGX. Losing a lot of their jungle camps in the early game. Losing Corki in the early game as well. Not looking that great.
Just 1 HP, just a slight regeneration of 1 more. Just because of that heal that he has on his first skill on a single target. Don 128 survives.
It's really unfortunate. And now with the huge power that J Team has gotten in the early game, levels, farm, gold, they're just able to go in with confidence, diving under the turret. But NGX as well does the same on top side, ignites onto Don 128. Not enough to burn him down, and Don 128 still alive and breathing under the turret.
Hyde is not level 5 yet, so there's not much kill pressure actually available to set and go. Just Chi remains here, but 0711 is also rotating towards the top side, neutralizing any intent of this Riven to actually go in.
Now looking at the flip side of the map, it is Demon Kite and Raw in the bottom lane, still not level 5 as well. And I think that's really crucial for Demon Kite to be able to poke up against Varian DY.
Draw is still not level 5, Demon Kite as well, so they need to be extra careful since J Team's Dragon Laners has a relatively better level capacity for the moment. They can successfully dive if ever they do want to do so, especially with the Alistar and Breakable Will. Fan as well doing a really good job just dealing with Aaron. This is a switcheroo that we often see on J Team whenever Barry's around, as a Pan, the mid laner of J Team formerly, just inevitably becomes the mid laner once again.
Yeah, and it also is, given the fact that their draft is also really flexible. 0711 keeps on doing this early invade, denying these camps away from Just Chi. He's now being suffocated from his farm, and now 0711 going for the 3v1, uses up the Ragnarok to retreat.
At least he manages to escape, successful on a slight invade, getting the chicken. But this is gonna be the dragon spawning up in the next few seconds. We're already at the 4-minute mark, and so far the invades did work here for J Team's side, neutralizing the early game capacity of NGX to actually set a tempo for themselves. We don't see any successful ganks prior to the dragon, which is usually the game plan here of NGX, but just because of that invade, just because of the deny of the invade of Just Chi and the kill onto Demon Kite, everything is taking control here by J Team.
Yeah, it removes a lot of these farms coming in from Just Chi. It removes a lot of capabilities from the jungle's side, especially considering that Just Chi would be creating the tone, the melody of the game. Now, looking at the items as well, this is to factor in how much 0711 is keep on punishing Just Chi. And now, though, Fate Seal knocks up onto one. Kai'Sa's gone! NGX removes the carry for J-Team. And now the Rift Herald will be the eyes of the prize for NGX right after.
J-Team, though, still having access on the Dragon signals that this is still not the best way to go for NGX. Unless they get at least 2 charges here with the RH. It is going to be a little bit possible since they have taken the RH already. Top side tower is very low, but they're not going to be using the RH there. Maybe until the back is tower up.
Look at a flank coming in from Vi. Just Chi goes in with the punch and Jace is gone. One hit delayed, and now it is DY trying to run away under the turret. Goes for the ultimate to sustain a bit longer, and now Draw goes for the knock-up as well. Flash coming in from high to go back into safety to Ignite. Might have take him down. DY still able to take him down. It's still a trade, and that is still a good thing coming from J-Team.
Yeah, because J-Team is able to answer back into the mid lane, get a couple of plates there, as Joshi is looking to bash his tower up on. Very much successful, but has to escape. There's the blast cone.
Goes for the flash. Ooh. Oh my!
Oh!
Man, you can't do this!
Oh man! That blast into the face, and Joshi falls. Yeah, NGX is getting a slight gold lead, which is good. But J-Team is still well in control of this game. Able to still, you know, channel down, get those kills, get some plates into the mid lane, and also just chip down the gold lead that NGX initially wants to have. Let's check this replay, because it was just marvelous coming in from Pan. Last cone? Not enough. I'll blast you into the face with my shock blast.
That was such an amazing move coming from Pan. Explosive cast coming in from Draw, but a bit too far to go for the engage. And now NGX just opts to back away. They can't do anything from this. However, so far, what they're doing is still on even level playing field up against J-Team. The goal is not that far away. In fact, it's NGX who has the lead.
1,000 gold lead. It's not yet enough. At most, the only positive side here on NGX is that the gold funneling is a little bit on Aaron's side, on the Sione. It does make really good entries towards the members here of J-Team, but they still need to be very, very careful. Because again, Dragon Stack is the way to go. So far, J-Team has already secured one and is going to establish control once again. And it's going to be, again, bad news for NGX if ever J-Team gets the second Dragon. That is something that they need to deny at all costs.
Especially that they have the Corki. On their draft, Ocean Drake would be crucial. But let's see if they could take it home for themselves, because right now J-Team is not in a position to just let it go that easily.
J-Team successful now in completely deleting the gold lead that NGX initially had. A while ago it was 2,000, especially with the tower falling down into the mid lane due to the RH of Just Chi. But now they want more.
Now Aaron 1v1 up against Don, goes for the knock-up. Aaron is doing it. Can you finish it through though? As Don want to, it has the dominance, a lot of sustainability. But now he's able to return, able to retreat. Aaron is a bit too far away, knocks up onto nothing. And Don 1-2 just walks away.
Aaron is the main threat right now. But J-Team is still able to get the tower here into the mid lane, open it up, answering the mid lane push a while ago by Just Chi with the RH. And again, it's all just preparation for this dragon spawning up in the next 30 seconds. And NGX, they need to really find a way. Immortal Shield Bow, good that Aaron actually was able to purchase already, and just another cloak to increase his crit chance and also his overall damage in a consistent team fight. That is still not yet fully complete. The damage is still not complete from NGX. They need isolation plays first through the Vi of Just Chi and then go for the objective.
Yeah, and one more fight could change the tides of the game. and could set the tone for NGX or J Team. One fight. One fight.
One more, right? It's one denial onto the Dragon. It may actually work here for NGX, but so far it's so hard to do it. With J Team grouping as 4 here. We see Dawn in the mid lane, just pushing the wave a little bit to give more leverage here to J Team, especially in the priority. Because if NGX lets the wave crash into the mid lane, it cannot be good for them as well. But through the pokes as well, Jace, Kaisa, it's so possible for J Team to just trim down the HP of NGX, forcing them to commit.
Yeah, we'll see who commits first though. NGX now positions onto the Ocean Drake. Pan, DY, and Barry, along with 0711, is on the right flank. They're going in for the engage as NGX looks to set up the play onto Don 128. But
Seal?
looking at the back flank, you have Fate Seal coming in from Aaron as well to set the tone. Now it is the Ragnarok. That would not be enough for 0711 to be alive. And NGX takes down the jungler. They take the Ocean Drake, and they're now on the lead.
We talked about them needing to deny the second dragon here for J Team, and then they did. Miraculously and flawlessly as well. Having to get that isolation towards the Renekton and able to prevent a Pan from doing anything as well. And Barry being chipped down so much due to the pokes and the engages. Good kill as well onto 0711. Let's check that replay one more time because it's just amazing to see here for NGX. Started off with an engage. Good stasis. But then Aaron with a perfect Fate Seal there onto the back line. Barry is just forced to disengage and be out here in this fight. 0711 tried to engage, but again, consistent DPS is now possible here for NGX since they have the Vi, they have the Riven, they have the Yoni as well.
Yeah, and I'm tipping my hats off to Draw as well. On top of that, Fate Seal coming in from Aaron, Draw followed through phenomenally. The explosive cast isolated 0711, and when the jungler was gone, there's nothing left for J Team to do but to retreat. Because if they go for the Ocean Drake, they couldn't contest. And NGX would just feast on their blood. So NGX got the better end of that trade, got the better end of that team fight. How can they utilize this gold lead though to further go through for more lead, for more gold advantage?
They need to contest the next one as well, right? It's a Dragon's game here in League of Legends Wild Rift. NGX has to really find a way to deny the stacking, deny the scaling here of J Team. Eventually, this composition will fall down a little bit. The Olaf will scale down, the Jace will scale down just a little bit. But Kaisa is going to be a lot scarier in the late game, in which NGX needs to find a way to take him down first and deny DY from ever helping him as well. And that is very much possible through Joshi and through Aaron. You have a lot of backline access as well to Pierce. For everyone!
Now go for the Fate Seal. Jace is gone. Now J Team, what will you do? Explosive cast though. Isolates the target. DY is stuck on the brush. Has to retreat. But NGX is a different target. Has a different player in mind. It's Don128 who's now gone. And now the Baron player for J Team has been defeated, has fallen down to the grave, and NGX once again comes out on top on that fight.
Big win, big pick off. That is 2 members of J Team taken out. But since 0711 is still alive, NGX cannot afford to start the Baron just yet. Even if there's still like 2 people alive on J Team, it's just too risky to do it, especially at the state of their health. They need to be very patient. This is already a good sign that they are able to get a couple of kills, win a couple of fights, and able to extend their gold lead to this 3001 against J Team. But the fight is not over till it's done. It's a lot of charge blade completed already by Aaron. Still stuck on 2 kills, but the impact remains supreme for NGX to strive.
Yeah, well, Nexus is still up. Everything is still on the line. The dream of going into the grand finals, hoisting the championship title, and hoisting the championship trophy is still up in the air for both these teams to go into the grand finals. Who would that team be? Now the Baron Nashor is alive, and once again, Infernal Drake coming up pretty soon. Both these teams has their eyes on the Infernal Drake. The team who gets it has a better chance towards the scaling, towards more damage output later on.
And it's not just about the initial dragon that both NGX and J-Team has secured, right? Because Ocean Dragon for NGX, J-Team does have the durability with the Mountain Dragon, but having Infernal Dragon as the next one is just massive damage. But big brain play possible here? For NGX, they're starting the Baron.
You can't do this.
And J-Team doesn't know about this. They
You
have
can't
no
do this.
vision onto the top side. Like, aside from the one that they have on draw, they might actually get this for absolutely free.
You can't do this! You can't do this! They did! They did! They get the Baron Nashor unnoticed by J-Team. Oh no! NGX just did that.
That just doesn't happen. And they did it against J-Team as well. This is a massive, massive risk that they took to try and get a leverage against J-Team. And now, because of the Baron, they're able to push down the side lanes. And now Just G is starting this Dragon as
Don't
well.
tell me.
Uncontested by J-Team. What is just
Don't tell
happening,
me.
man?
Don't tell me this is happening. They take 2 objectives uncontested, unnoticed, the unthinkable for NGX.
Evolution once more by Enigma Galaxy as J-Team loses 2 big, crucial objectives here in the 16-minute mark. And the goal lead starting to rise once again here for Enigma Galaxy. Slowly but surely pinning down the towers, dealing the damage with the Baron-empowered minions, Joshi as well. Having good angle to engage either into the mid lane or into the bottom lane. That is massive pressure for J-Team, but they need to give these towers up.
It definitely is. Baron Nashor with a burn buffed minions pushing through every single lane. Aaron on top side up against Don128. With 1 HP left, Aaron could push in, dive under the turret, and that will secure them another kill. It's a 4v5 wherein Aaron and the rest of the crew is now going onto each and every single lane. Double Stasis Enchant into the mid lane while the rest of the crew goes into support. It's Just G on the base, going for the kill, looking for one, will not be able to do so. And now it is Hyde as well that will not be able to support his teammate as Yone falls down. They have to retreat. It's a 3v3 that they can't keep. NGX backs away.
It's not yet done, says J-Team. Even if you have the Baron buff, even if you have the second Dragon stack for your side, the game is not done till it's over. Yeah, you might have able to take down the tower into the mid lane, but we have a chance to turn the tides around with the Elder Dragon later on. Let's check that replay one more time. Beautiful knock up there by DY. A perfect catch on Demon Kai to render him useless for the entire fight as well. The Vi got isolated, so Justy falls down. And also with Aaron being too squishy and the target selection being J-Team being so supreme, that allowed them to get those 2 picks. And now they're able to at least neutralize as opposed to 3 inhibitor towers taken by NGX. Pin it down to just 1. And now they have a better chance on contesting for this Elder.
They definitely can. And I believe J-Team could actually make it out. If they continue to do this on how they're battling up against NGX and outmaneuvering how NGX wants to play the game, they could take it in the bag. Elder Drake will decide who wins this game. As J-Team will start it, but information is being placed onto NGX with the Rift Scuttle.
They know that this is being started. They know every single movement that J-Team is actually having right now in this game, in this fight. We see Hyde on the top side river. I don't know what his plans are, but he needs to be involved here in this fight right now. Just pushing in the mid lane wave. They have it on a good position, actually. The waves are even, except for the mid lane. They cancel out the take of the Elder Dragon by J-Team. They just are stalling for the meantime.
They just can't commit for now. Looking at the wave prio, it is NGX who is controlling the whole map, while J-Team is looking onto the Elder Drake. Well, this is going to be their winning condition up against NGX. It is a hard time for them. They need to win a clash. They need to win a fight. Get the Elder Drake and win the game. But NGX is the one who gatekeeps them from this objective.
Are they gonna start it off? Yeah, they are. They're trying to draw J-Team in, while Hyde is split pushing into the top lane, pressuring Don128 to stay there as well. It's going to be very difficult, but they do have a consistent DPS. J-Team really needs to watch out. They have a ward there, having good vision on the draw on whatever he actually wants to do. But the damage is there. The pokes.
Oh, wow, coming in from DY, the knockback over the hill. And now it's Aaron actually really low as well. Just G knocked up really low. The after a trade, JT dominates. And now NGX, one by one, gets erased by J-Team. They make it back from the verse of defeat. And Aaron just has to watch the Elder Drake fall in the hands of J-Team. DY, the sponge, to zone away Aaron from this objective. Can they do it? They don't. Aaron is gone, and the Elder Drake is free to take for JT.
Oh man, NGX! They thought they had it, but it's simply not enough. JT still managed to win until the very end. Dawn and Hyde were battling into the top lane as well. Hyde was trying to secure an inhibitor tower in exchange for this fight, but let's check that one more time. It started off with a big isolation play as well. Perfect way by DY again. And it's not anymore like Gragas. Look at the double knock-up as well. It's just picture perfect to set things up for the rest of J-Team. Enigma Galaxy, one at a time, like what you mentioned. Bodies fall down one by one. And J-Team inevitably gets the Elder Dragon. This is the better double objective that they are threatening right now. Baron and Elder.
No mistakes, all about perfection coming in from DY from that. We'll see.
The steal!
Just Jade steals the Baron. You thief in the night. They take it away from JT, and they're still in the game.
They're still breathing. They're still mustering out the strength to battle against J-Team right now. And it's all thanks to Joshi as well. Vault Breaker in, gets the better smite against 0711. And this is a chance for them to at least deny the push from J-Team. But again, there's still 5. They can force a fight. They still have the Elder Dragon ready and available. DY goes in.
Knocks up. Aaron fate sealed into the backside. Has the eyes on to Barry. But will not pursue it. Hyde is really low. Has to retreat. You can't do that. The Elder Drake executes. And now they lose Hyde. They lose their Baron laner. That's good enough for JT.
NGX as well. I think that is okay for them. Since it's only just one casualty. No towers falling down just yet. Except right now that Aaron is trying to defend the bottom side. But Dawn is here.
Now looking into the flank. 0711 is just readily waiting. But Immortal Shield Bow. A lot of shields. A lot of sustain to keep him alive. Will not go for the pursuit.
Are they gonna go in? I don't think so.
Wow! That was just perfect Ragnarok coming in from 0711. Yeah. Forced it out immediately when the explosive cast went out.
They cannot risk anything right now. It's okay for them to use the Ragnarok right now since there's no objective to be taken. The Elder Dragon coming up in the next 30 seconds though. So this is, again, another chance for either team to get a leverage into this game. It was very, 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 very fortunate for Justy to be able to seal out that Baron. That delayed the end here of J-Team. Prevented the game from ending in the series as well!
Stasis, perfect timing! Fate Seal denied! No one to catch up. DY now on the front lines for J-Team. Going for the knock-up as well. Hyde, Blade of the XL. Goes for a lot of damage as DY retreats. Not going for an all-in. Both team respects. Plays patiently. As one fight could change the whole game.
Oh man, nobody dies. Everyone survives. It's just gonna be a reset between these two teams in preparation for this dragon. About to spawn up in the next few seconds. Joshi, it's very scary.
Space tracks, that's dangerous! Forcing out the flash now. DY follows up. Killer instinct from Barry. Follows suit, but just she's alive. That's important for NGX. But on the opposite end, Gragas will fall by 0711. Flashing over the wall. They lose a member. NGX now on a disadvantage as J-Team is now on the point of landsliding NGX. The comeback from J-Team. Not yet secured, but still, the performance that they have shown us is phenomenal. It is an expressive showing, to say the least.
Oh man, this is gonna be a long game. 24 minutes. Yesterday we have seen a 27-minute game by KT Ulster Y against J-Team. This time it's gonna be contested by this match against Enigma Galaxy because everything is on the line right now. The tournament is on the line for the NGX. They need to find a way. Maybe this is it. Hyde is hiding
No one
that
knows.
rush.
No one knows. Blade of
he
XL
reached
now
Barry?
going in. Goes for the 2-man stun. He doesn't do it. He doesn't do it. Now Fake Steel attempts to go and change the tide of the game, but he can't. The Soul Unbound will die down soon. And now J-Team kills down on Hyde. One man down for NGX. And J-Team is now on an advantage. Draw tries to go in and counter engage, but they can't. This is over for NGX. It's J-Team who dominates and obliterates NGX. 2 members left alive.
So many 1 HP remaining members on the side of J-Team. Demon Kite is just hiding. He's gonna get spotted out, but still able to reset back. No!
Stasis just to buy time, but the fate of his death is sealed, but he still cannot live. And Dawn 128 secures the kill. Another man down for NGX.
Renekton survives. Dawn 128 survives as well. I think it doesn't. Never mind, still alive. Has a GA as well. NGX.
Fate sealed, denied once again! The stasis enchant denies it! Now the TP's coming up. The CC could follow through. Hyde is there, trying to go for the engage. TP's coming up. They want to do a miracle play, but this is not gonna happen. They lose Hyde. Just she attempts for it. But J-Team's backs away.
Oh, are they gonna go for the
Look at Aaron! Look at Aaron! He's going in for the back door. Not gonna pursuit. But the inhib turret is massive for NGX.
They're just playing with fire right now. Look at the gold. Still, it's NGX actually having a little bit of a gold here. Though everything is pretty much negligible at this point. It's all up to the execution. It's all up to the death timers. Long death timers right now. If you die, this is basically game over. Elder Dragon gonna be started here by J-Team. Aaron trying to muster out the strength. He's spotted by Pan.
Game-ending clash commands Aaron into front lines. Fate Seal knocks up into 1, but he is pinned down. Scattered across is 4 members from J-Team. He cannot escape. He goes down. Aaron is gone. 4 members alive for NGX to survive for long. But can they do it as Elder Drake is alive? Baron is alive as well. If J-Team takes this, the game is over.
Oh man. DY as well, just holding his position to prevent Joshi from ever reaching this Elder Dragon that he's gonna try.
Half HP.
Draw is here.
Half HP. This is it. What will they do? J-Team, DY, look at him. He's zoning every single member across the board. Joshi is really low. And NGX has a short period of time to go for the steal. He does!
Steal!
He does!
Oh my god!
Joshi! What happened?
He's still alive!
Don't do this! But J-Team will still be able to eliminate the members
He goes
of
in!
NGX.
One more auto
Demon
attack! He
Tide
gets it!
still gets the kill! Hide in the mid lane!
What?
Now
Are they
pushing
gonna win?
in! They can do it! Dawn 128 going to contest this 1v1. But the Elder Dragon is in their favor. NGX has the capability to execute the opposing team. And they still bought massive time for themselves to win this game and go to game 5.
28 minutes, Infinity! So long! This is so long!
Blade of the Exile now coming in. Aaron is not pushing. They're focused on the
Can they end
Nexus. Dawn 128, you just
No
can't
way.
go in. They're gonna get executed. Hyde going to the Nexus. And
What?
the Nexus
No
will
way!
fall. NGX goes to game 5.
No way! No way! How? How? This was JT's game! We saw them, it looked reckless! But I felt it actually. The way they were fighting through the Baron, they keep on dying. But it's